Yeah, it's marvelous Bluntz. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, it's your boy Pat Brady. You dig?
Tone, Marvelous Bluntz.
Yo.
We in the building. What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boys Tone and Pat, man.
Yo.
End of the year, Marvelous Bluntz Mega Show.
Yo.
What's good? What's good, Pat? What's good, Coop? What's good, Torian? What's good, Al? Who joined us this evening, man? What's good with y'all boys, man? What's up?
Doing great.
Yeah. What's up, Coop? What's up? What's up?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm gravy.
What's good, Al? What's going on?
Good,
Thanos was right.
Good. Yeah, good, fellas. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Good, man. Y'all already know, man. Nice and smart for Marvelous Bluntz. You did.
Yeah. We here, man. This what's up, John? What's good, bruh? What's good, man? You got the link in your DM, so if you want to hop in, go ahead and hit that joint, bruh. Yeah, man, we here, man. Sunday night. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Hope everybody enjoyed their festivities with their family stuff, man. And yeah, man, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're gonna hash it out, man. It's the end of the year, so we're gonna just go over a couple things. Marvel, DC, Netflix shows in general, games. We're gonna talk about it all. You know, we're gonna get our feelings in. So the first topic, right, is we're gonna go in a circle. So we're gonna go Pat, and then we're gonna go Alf, then we're gonna come back around up top. So first question is, what was your favorite Disney Plus series that debuted?
Oh yeah, it was definitely Hawkeye. Like we talked about the other day. It just had the best story. It had the best quality show shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually enjoyed watching it. I actually wanted to keep watching it the 5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job of just landing to the point. They didn't do all this extra stuff that I feel like all the rest of the show's been doing. So I was very happy about that. So that's my favorite show. Like I said, I gave that show like a 10 out of 10. So
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
And you definitely called Hawkeye too. I think you said Hawkeye would be the best show.
Yeah, that's probably another reason why I probably like it so much too, is because of that too.
Yeah, you definitely called that one. What about you, Alf? What was your favorite series?
I'm with Pat. Hawkeye definitely. I know I probably said it on here before. The street level heroes are probably my favorite. The Daredevils, the Hawkeyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it was at the forefront. A close second would be 1B would be WandaVision. Just off the mystery of it, but 1A is definitely Hawkeye.
Okay. That's two Hawkeyes. I feel like Hawkeye probably will get a clean sweep. Hey, what about you, Toy?
For me, I would say that my number one would have to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Only because like now,
what? Left field for sure. I did not expect anybody to say that show, bro.
Go ahead. That's what's up. Hey, I
ain't gonna hold you.
The reason why is because now Hawkeye is out of the shadow of, well, I guess you could say he's out of the shadow of Captain America, but they're trying to throw him. It's almost like they're trying to throw him back in the same spot because now he has the mantle of Captain America, quote unquote. And then I like seeing the dynamic of it was almost like watching a superhero buddy cop show, like with him and Bucky in the show, that they actually really did have good chemistry on screen with each other, because you can always tell when it's organic or when it's forced, and with them it didn't feel forced. And then second for me would have to be Hawkeye. Like I didn't expect this show to actually be as, I guess you could say, entertaining as it was, and it actually, with how it ended off, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do going forward with the story. I don't even know if they're gonna come back with a second season because they really kind of left it up in the air whether or not it's gonna come back as another show. I definitely can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the Kate Bishop character going forward because we already know that she is a part of the Young Avengers. So I know that they're setting that up. So we will most definitely be seeing her again, but more probably so in a team format. And I heard people saying that they wanted to see a show with her and Yelena because they like how they bounced off of each other and some of the scenes with each other. They said they wouldn't mind seeing them in the show together, or if they're not in the show together, have scenes with them in like a movie or something where they are like communicate in some way.
I wouldn't mind the show either, honestly.
Absolutely, I would love that.
Movies, yeah. Show, fuck no.
Okay, movies. I mean, either one would be great. I think
the show might be too much. Like,
but anything more Kate Bishop is always going to be a good thing.
But that's my 1 and 2.
Go ahead, Coach.
My number 1 is Hawkeye for sure. I like the tone of Hawkeye. I like the pacing of it. Like, it knew when to tell a joke, but it also had serious, in-depth moments. Like when Hawkeye was on the phone talking to his son. Like that moment was tough. Like Jeremy Renner can act his fucking ass off. And it's kind of crazy how they showing it now, as he probably not even really about to be used. So, but I'm happy they're giving him his just due. But yeah, Hawkeye hands down.
Indeed,
man, Hawkeye got a clean sweep, bro. I think because honestly, I thought Hawkeye was the weakest show going in, but it definitely for me was my favorite show.
That's a fact.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought Hawkeye would be the most boring show.
Yeah, he was talking a lot of shit. Yeah. Hawkeye, like first started, like he was like, "Nah, bro, like I'm feeling the fatigue." He's like, "Bro, I'm not really. It's just whatever."
Yeah, it was getting close. It was definitely some fatigue by the time Hawkeye. It was definitely.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, but it was lit, bro. Hawkeye, honestly. Like me and Pat talked on camera, I was telling about the fatigue or whatever I was having or whatever. But Hawkeye actually brought me some joy back. I don't know what about it. It just felt like it was very, very well fucking done. Mm-hmm. And if y'all could tell, like throughout the weeks, I would get even more excited to talk about Hawkeye because I'm like, yo, this shit is really good. Like, this some good shit. So shout out to what's the Kate Bishop? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her name. I get
now because I retweeted stuff. Now I know who this is.
You said you were tweeting stuff.
Yeah,
I tweet her all the time. Her because they definitely stole the shows.
Yeah, they did. They did, bro, man. So shout out Hailey Steinfeld.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah,
okay,
man.
Shout out her, man.
I'm getting her Funko, everything.
Yeah. One thing I did forget to mention when I was talking about Hawkeye is like I said, we always talk about the characters and everything like that, but I feel like I'm one of the few people that would say shout out to those arrows. Like those arrows were, like I said, like supporting characters. Like we saw some stuff that we didn't even know that they like could do because Hawkeye, we always saw him just carry a bow and arrow and just shoot a bow and arrow. But in this show, we saw arrows blow stuff up. We saw stuff like ooze stuff out. We saw things make things small, stuff shoot out darts and all kinds of stuff. So that's why I said those arrows was like, I want to know, did archery go up a percentage from this show? That's what I'd like to know.
Fact.
Probably because people thought it was cool, and I think watching Hawkeye made me want to rewatch the original Avengers. I don't know what about it. It just brought back, like some. It made me want to say, hey, you know what? I want to go watch some old phase 1 through 3 movies. That's what it just made me feel. It brought back some of the feels for me. And my if I had ever two, it would be What If, only because it was animation. So you could do a lot with animation stuff, and it was cool to see the different stories. So that would be my 2. But definitely Hawkeye, man. Hawkeye definitely stole the show, I think, for everyone, except for Coots. I mean, not Coots Torian, because he said for some reason Falcon and Winter. I don't know how much they pay you, bro. But damn.
But Torian, I like your point with the arrows because in none of the other movies, like there were no indication that he had trick. Yeah, they didn't have no trick arrows for real. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't say nothing about that.
You know what I'm saying? So the little, you know what I'm saying, little things that they just add to the character with the trick arrows, it was dope.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that they did show them in the other movies. They really didn't hype them up because there were some that were there, but we didn't think to call them trick arrows or anything like that. We didn't check for them because a lot of people wasn't checking for Hawkeye like that. Really, people didn't check for Hawkeye until he came back as Ronin, and then he was only Ronin like for a little bit in Endgame, just a little bit. So I think that this show pretty much cemented that he is a character that they just need to put their respect on his name.
All right. That's a fact.
Give that man his flowers. So, and shout out to his wife. Let me tell you,
holding it down. Hold it down.
And I was getting ready to say that. I found out who she was.
She's Mockingbird. But the crazy thing is, so I read. It's funny you bring it up, Tori, because I read what was that, Friday? It was an article that came out in July, and so apparently Marvel doesn't even acknowledge the Shield shit. So all that shit, the Shield shit, that's not even connected anymore. So she's officially Mockingbird now. Donofrio said that him and Daredevil's characters are from the series actually, but it's kind of like a mix. It's kind of like a mix of them.
Say it one more time.
That they're loosely connected, huh?
What was the last thing you said?
Oh, I said that Kingpin's character is actually from the Netflix series shows, but they're loosely connected because they don't want them, as canon. But it's kind of weird.
And I did say
that.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it like came across my timeline briefly. Like, what's his name? Vince D'Onofrio.
Donofrio.
Vincent. What's his name?
Yeah, you got.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, the actor who's Kingpin. He said that he retweeted a comment about Kingpin being brought in, and then he also said the actress that was Karen Page is supposed to be brought in too.
They're not going to bring that whole cast from Daredevil over because
Foggy.
They did they shit. Yeah. So hey, any other favorite shows before we move on?
Oh yeah, I mean, honorable mention for me would definitely be Loki.
Facts.
Loki was cool. It just didn't land cause now it's just a bunch of loopholes in this Marvel shit with timelines and multiverse dimensions. Like it's too much shit. So I just feel like that just kind of took because what does his show mean to everything that's happening? Like at the end, the TVA Kane, is he the man?
Yeah, Loki got a lot of loose ends to tie up, I think.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he's getting a season 2.
Yeah, he got to. He better
and ironically, the season, I think, with them pushing stuff back, originally Loki season 2 is supposed to come out in January of 2023, which is supposed to be coming out a month before Ant-Man, where Kang the Conqueror shows up, and we know he has now a connection to the Loki series. But with them pushing the schedule back, I don't know when the next Ant-Man movie is going to come out. I think it's still coming out the same year, but not in that particular month.
Well, man, so Quantumania don't come out till 23?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's a long time. I'm actually
that's a long ass time, bro.
I think they've already started filming the movie, and they're probably almost done filming the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
If they aren't done already,
they probably. I mean, that's my dog, and man, Paul
they not done.
So I hope they do what they do. But yeah, that Loki was my honorable mention. That's it.
All right, let's all right. So we got that. So like I said, Hawkeye pretty much got a clean sweep except for Torian who picked Falcon.
Wow, at least I mentioned it as my number 2. So
yeah, you did mention number 2.
I could have said another show, but I mean, I did enjoy enjoy Hawkeye though.
So what about? So the next question is, what was your favorite comic book movie that released this year, DC or Marvel? And we'll start with Coos this time.
Favorite comic book movie?
So DC or Marvel. So
on everything.
That could be Suicide Squad, whatever.
Nah, I can't give it to Suicide Squad.
You get Shang-Chi?
I'm not though. I ain't gonna give it to Shang-Chi, bro. I'm gonna have to give it to Spider-Man though. I gotta give it to No Way Home.
Okay, different. Different.
Even though I had my flaws, it does have the nostalgia that I wanted. And speaking on that, like The Matrix sucked. Don't watch that movie. Thinking it's gonna be good. But yeah, Spider-Man gave me that sense of nostalgia that I wanted. Like I didn't care for Andrew Garfield, like mainly because the movies. Like I know he can act, but this one, like they put more respect on him. And the third act was amazing. Like for like they ended well. So I'm gonna give it to Spider-Man for sure.
For sure.
Okay. Go ahead, Torian. Spider-Man.
I'm have to piggyback off of Coons and say Spider-Man, No Way Home. And also, before I go into why I said that, shout out to Spider-Man No Way Home for being the first film since the pandemic to cross $1 billion globally.
For sure.
It's the first.
They definitely finessed America and the other little countries. They got. I got.
Oh my god!
I got one of the worst Spider-Mans of all time. No cap.
In your
Come on, man. It can't go that.
In your opinion,
hey, this man said I'm good, bro.
he keeps leaving off in my opinion. He keeps saying it in absolutes, like everybody feel the same way. But nah. But I really did enjoy No Way Home. I would definitely say it was one of the most anticipated movies of the year. And we can clearly, after seeing it, we can clearly see why. It was just a refreshing feeling to see all three Spider-Men on film, like on the same screen together. Like that's something that like we never thought would ever happen, or something we would never, see, especially with a franchise that started back in 2002, and here we are in 2021. You got you got three different generations of Spider-Man on screen, so that was amazing to seeing all the different villains back on screen as well. Willem Dafoe, oh my God. The best performance of the entire movie.
I think
from the time,
I think we agree.
I think anybody, and I think even people who said that they didn't like the movie will agree that Willem Dafoe gave the best performance. Anyone who says anything otherwise, like how many lines of coke are you doing?
I mean,
but yeah, I really did enjoy Spider-Man. I can't wait to see what they're going to go forward with in this movie. And I think it's because we finally have reached an arc in his story where now he's forced to now grow up. He's forced to be an adult. So I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with that storyline, especially since they're ordering like 3 more movies. So if they continue on with the story and they don't regress, I'm all for that. So yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home was definitely my number one for the year.
Okay.
As far as comic book movies go.
Go ahead, Alf. Give you a spin.
I mean, I'm just rocking with the consensus right now. You know what I'm saying? No Way Home. No Way Home is probably the best one.
He's sick.
I can't wait to see what his is.
He gonna pick Shang-Chi.
Funny as shit, bro.
He gonna pick Shang-Chi.
He gonna pick Black Widow.
I got issue. First of all, I got an issue with Kuntz because he's been hyping up this Shang-Chi shit. And I've been saying this shit all on Twitter. They talk about the reason why Spider-Man has done so well is because of Shang-Chi.
That's a bit of a reach.
Right.
I like Shang-Chi, and I would say that's a reach.
Man, y'all it's like stop it.
But even though there was a lot of plot holes.
Oh, you froze. You froze.
As a fan, I love seeing. Go
ahead. You good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, as much as there was a whole bunch of plot holes in No Way Home. As a fan, it was cool to just see 3 generations of Spider-Man. It was surprising to see Andrew Garfield. I completely forget his performance and The Amazing Spider-Man. They were terrible movies to me, but I thoroughly enjoyed his performance in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like. Even Lex, I don't know if she's off screen, she said it was like he was trying to redeem himself, you know what I'm saying? Because like
for sure.
I was watching an old YouTube clip because they just cut him, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even get his 3rd movie and he was like really hurt about that shit. So like it was good to see him redeem himself. And I told a bunch of people like for a good after a solid 2 minutes after it was revealed, like Matt Murdock appearing in the movie was like the biggest shock to me. I was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of my favorite Netflix shows was Charlie Cox's Daredevil. But definitely No Way Home.
Okay. No Way Home. 3 for No Way Home. What about you, Pat?
I want to hear this.
Right, I'm leaning forward in my chair. I'm waiting to hear
When
this.
we said Shang-Chi, I can't tell if he's frozen on that though. Is he frozen?
He might. I think he is.
Pat.
Because he's not responding.
I think he's frozen. All right, I'm gonna go. Wait, is he there? Oh, he's still free.
Back now. I told you.
See, that's the thing. See, the thing is, you was talking bad about Spider-Man, and the internet's like, we're gonna freeze him out.
Yeah,
we don't know what you gotta say.
Well, he froze again.
I know what. All right, so I go. Did he go after me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my favorite movie to release was, believe it or not, I have to go with the consensus with Spider-Man by default, because when I look back on it, like Black Widow, it was cool, but it wasn't like top tier shit compared to Spider-Man. Like nothing that they released this year, movie wise, was top tier shit compared to Spider-Man. So by default, Spider-Man wins, in my opinion. But which will trigger to my next segment. I had the Pat go. I'm gonna tell you why Spider-Man won, in my opinion. But I'll explain why I chose Spider-Man for this segment. But go ahead, Pat.
Oh no, it was Justice League. Justice League was way better than.
I forgot about Justice League.
I knew he was gonna say Justice League.
That was the one that was lingering in the back of my
Hold
mind.
up, though. Time out.
Snyder Cut was 10 times better than Spider-Man.
Are we
But it
counting
should
Snyder
not
Cut?
count. The movie.
Why does not count? It was a superhero DC movie that came out this year. It was a version you never saw before. You saw scenes you never saw before. They put out the same movie.
And you try to say I'm compromised. He's the one on the payroll with Zack Snyder.
He might be. Hey, Tori, you wanted something.
I would definitely back him on Snyder Cut, bro. I didn't know we could count that.
Bro, it was one of the best superhero movies of all time.
Yeah, Snyder Cut was.
We can't count that though. They just gave us the deleted scenes.
If we're not counting that, then
it's just the deleted scenes. We watched the DVD version for real.
Bro,
the director's cut.
It's still a version. It came out. It was in theaters too.
When
we count Snyderverse, bro,
it was in theaters.
Everything
was in theaters.
In theaters too.
It was in theaters.
It wasn't in theaters.
Oh, they was
it was on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Yeah.
Everything that dropped on HBO Max dropped the same day in theaters too.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, cause I think
I ain't mad at you about that joint.
I didn't know that we were
solid.
That was lit.
Movie from this year. You said this year.
Yeah. I just didn't think the Snyder Cut would count because it's just like a direct.
It was better than Spider-Man. Even if
that's a fact.
I'm on your side, bro. I didn't know we was counting the Snyderverse. That's all.
He a double agent, bro. He's a double agent.
It was not released in theaters. I just googled it. It said it was not released in theaters. It was strictly on HBO.
Superman actually killed somebody. Like it was actually real violence, like real violence in this joint, like actually dark. Not Spider. What's it called? They didn't go try to cure. They wasn't trying to cure any villains.
No Way Home was dark.
Bro, he tried to cure the villains. I've never seen
Will
that.
the Snyder Cut continue forward after this movie? Probably not.
Yes.
Hell
yes.
No.
Yes.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Snyder movies after this. They actually put him on board. I can't. Everybody's like, he can't wait for Spider-Man to get his own arc because, bro, they literally just put a little pot. They threw all of them in a pot, gave it to everybody, and was like, "Here you go. There you go."
Come on, bro. The DC universe is so fucked up, bro. They got Michael Keaton playing Batman again.
I honestly think Batman going shit on a new Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. That's no. Yeah.
I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I love
Michael.
So
I hope
he put, and they also putting him in Batgirl too.
Yeah.
He put him in everything.
Old ass for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Snyder Cut was the best comic movie for me this year.
If we count Snyder Cut,
I'm glad this is all based on opinion.
Snyder Cut was lit though. Snyder Cut was lit.
It was lit, bro.
I didn't know we count with that. I'm picking Snyder Cut.
So Torian, it wasn't a good move. It wasn't lit though.
Yeah,
I didn't say I didn't say that it wasn't. I didn't say that it wasn't. It just wouldn't be my pick. Like that thing was that thing faded so far back into my memory until you said it just now.
Spider-Man did too. That's the most ever.
We got an MCU.
Nobody talking about it no more. Literally nobody is talking about Spider-Man no more.
That's a lie.
We got an MCU employee and MCU defector right in the middle of the shit.
Hey, bro. Y'all funny as shit, bro. Bob is butts, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We lit, man. Hey, see, that's why we here, man, for conversation like that. Everybody got their own opinion. Like, it might sound crazy, but it's your opinion. And look, I changed my opinion because I'm on the Snyder Cut bandwagon. Like, that movie was lit.
Oh my god,
it was lit, bro. I didn't know we was counting that. To be fair, so yeah. But hey, let's move on to the next question for the night. What's your most? And I'm gonna start this one so I can tell you why I had
bad.
Oh,
but the Redskins, they fighting each other on the sideline and all that. Somebody just send
it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly.
Everybody look. Oh yeah.
They punching each other. They talking. Bruh,
it's getting ugly.
Stop the count, man. Stop the count. Go ahead.
Yeah, the most disappointing movie or show from this past year. I'm gonna start this one, right?
Swing right around this way too.
So, yeah. I got you, bro. So the reason why I picked Spider-Man in the last segment was because by default it was the best movie, like looks wise, story wise, all that. But this is the most disappointing movie for me, not show, but movie was the Eternals. I feel like they should have knocked that out the park. They could have done so much with that team. Eternals was the biggest disappointment for me, man. I just feel like they just threw that out there for like a team movie at times. Like it was cool, but in hindsight, it was just a wasted picture. Honestly, they could have gave us a different movie or something. And that's just I was really hyped about Eternals going into this year, and I was like, yeah, because they could take the Guardians route and turn that B+ team to an A+ team. You know, they got the wealth for characters to do it. So thoroughly disappointed in the Eternals for me. And with that, I'll swing that joint to Pat because
because everything was disappointing as fuck.
God damn.
Everything with Marvel was really disappointing from the show. Just the fact that Hawkeye was like the only show that I liked. I think all that shit was very, very disappointing, to be really, really honest with you. Let me think. What else? Mortal Kombat was very disappointing. I thought that could have been I thought that could have been better.
The second one or the first one?
No, the one that was on HBO Max.
Yeah, the Scorpions. Or the second one. You talking about the second one? Y'all gotta be talking about the second one because the cartoon version.
The one that came out this year.
The live action.
The one that came out this year.
Very disappointing. What else can we say? Well, can I say I was disappointed? It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff that wasn't that good. But yeah, I just didn't like none of the Marvel stuff for real. Like I said, it really just was not hitting. Marvel did not hit except Hawkeye, and just random. Even though it's not disappointing, random good movie that I saw at the end of the year yesterday was Don't Look Up. If you don't know about that movie, go watch that movie. Don't Look Up.
Is it good? I figured it would be.
With Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, it's actually a real ass movie. It's actually talking about what's going on right now. It's probably real for some motherfuckers, but that shit is wild.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It just came out on the 24th.
Yeah, because I'm currently watching the Witcher. So I put that on my list. Don't Look Up.
Yeah, put it on the list. Yeah, that's my most disappointing. Go ahead,
Al. Disappointed show. I'm gonna go deep into the nerd bag, which is Batman: The Long Halloween. I don't know if anybody's seen that. It's an anime.
Yeah,
movie.
I see. I got it right there. I ain't even watched it yet.
I'm sorry if I'm disappointed, but
go ahead.
It was definitely not what if you've seen the comic, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
And normally DC cartoon movies are really solid, but after the Flashpoint animated movie,
the Paradox joke.
The Paradox. After that, it just went downhill, and it's just a mess right now. Movie wise, I didn't have expectations for Shang-Chi, but I was not a fan of it. But above that would be Black Widow. I couldn't stand that movie. I fell asleep with it.
Man.
We all went. Me, Pap, Lex went to go see that shit, and I fell asleep. Bro, I fell asleep like halfway through the movie and woke up at explosions and shit. So like,
then we talked about Loki the whole time. We talked about Loki like more than Black Widow afterwards. We went to Red Robin, bro. We did not talk about Black Widow.
It was nothing to talk about. Yeah, it just didn't do nothing for me, bro.
Why y'all be dogging ScarJo, bro?
We got Haley Steinfeld now, man.
Yeah, you got Haley. Yeah, okay.
It gave us one back.
I can dig it. What about you, Tori?
Oh, that's easy for me. The Matrix Resurrections. Hated it. I went on a full-blown rant on my channel about that movie. And I did not, man. Look,
I heard it was bad too, though.
They briefly talked about the red pill and the blue pill. I wanted to take a sleeping pill and go to sleep because that's how bored. I felt myself about to doze off. I took a good hour and a half nap to go in there so I could be refreshed. I felt myself literally about to fall asleep in the chair. I heard that they tried to be. If I had reclined that chair, I would have been snoring. They would have been like, "Who is this loud person just snoring up in there?" Because I had a row full of people that was sitting next to me. I did not.
Everybody
like
had
masks
on.
Damn. That movie did not. Yeah, that movie did not. That movie did not need to be made. Like that was a.
All right, spoiler warning. I have a question.
No, go ahead, man.
Spoiler
I don't even care, man.
How
don't give a fuck. Spoiler.
Okay. I think you did because I was gonna say it anyway.
How did they? I
don't care about the Matrix 4. I know.
How did they?
Uh-huh.
I'm a Matrix fan, but how did they explain how Morpheus wasn't in that motherfucker and it's just young other black dude?
Yeah.
Well,
was the young black guy Morpheus?
Yeah, he was like he was the new Morpheus. Basically, they gave first of all, like off script behind the scenes, they gave Lawrence Fishburne a bad deal because they were asking him like, they see they see Keanu Reeves, they see the actress plays Trinity. They said, well, Lawrence Fishburne, like you're the missing piece of the puzzle. Like, why aren't you there? He said, well, in so many words, they never gave me a call to be a part of the movie. They didn't ask me
about money.
He said he
ain't been the same since his daughter.
Oh, we ain't gonna get into that.
Wait, what?
My daughter Tone.
Hey, they ain't none of my business, man.
Nah, fuck all that. It wasn't nothing to hit the street.
Yeah, but now that you mentioned it, they really
not hip. He's not hip to his daughter. His daughter is wild.
Hey, we see a stripper or something?
His daughter goes.
She a porn star.
Oh man,
was a porn star,
but then she was so trash that nigga just went on her. She was trash.
And it was so random.
He ain't been the same.
It was so random because it's like
that nigga Ant-Man.
It's like your dad is Lawrence Fishburne, like one of the most recognizable actors of all time, and you want to be a porn star. Like it was so random. Like that's what people was asking. Like no one was asking to see her tapes. We were just like, why? Like, huh? Like it's not like you just some random person. Like your daughter. And what's crazy is she looks just like Lawrence Fishburne. She's like the female version of him.
That's the wild part, bro.
Like she has his whole face, but she's just a female. So it's like okay, it's like whatever. But like they really didn't explain like why Morpheus was there. But like I said, he said that they never gave him a call to be a part of this movie. So and I think it's also because you got to think about it. When The Matrix first came out, yes, granted, you had Keanu Reeves, you had everybody else in there, but Lawrence Fishburne was like the only actor in the first movie that people really knew who he was. Keanu Reeves was still an up-and-coming actor. The Matrix was like his breakout movie. And remember, Will Smith was supposed to play Neo at first, but he said he didn't like how they pitched the movie to him, so that's why he didn't do it. And so people didn't know that like anyone else. They had to grow on him. People knew who Lawrence Fishburne was, and he just had a presence about himself that everybody liked Morpheus. The way that he talked, like his knowledge, everything about his essence was there. And like so, the fact that they didn't call him back, I'm thinking maybe he had scheduling conflicts. Maybe he was doing something else. He was like, no, my schedule was pretty free. I could have like put a hole in there somewhere to do the film. But he said they just never gave me a call. So that's really on the side of the Wachowskis. That's on their end. If you look at an article that one of the Wachowskis put out there a couple years ago, they said that the Matrix is some kind of trans allegory. I said, you know what? I'm about to flip this table. Really? That's what your narrative is a trans allegory. I mean, I know that's the lifestyle that you live because you no longer live as a man, you or your brother. But really, I wanted to pick up the phone and see if I can give Miss Sophia Stewart a call, since that is her property, that and the Terminator. But we ain't gonna get that deep down the rabbit hole. So, Coons, I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Hey, I really don't want to watch Matrix now, bro. I'm good. Go ahead, Coons. I'm for real, bro.
Yeah, the Matrix was wild. I would say that's one of the worst because I anticipated the Matrix. Like,
you saw it too?
I'm a fan of the first three. This one, like, even to the Morpheus thing, I got why he wasn't in there. Like, I see what they was trying to do, but at the same time, it just wasn't executed well to me. But it is what it is. I'm gonna really say Spider-Man though. Like, I gotta say because the more I think, but it still was mid to what it should have been.
Okay.
Like, it really feels like a Sony send-off movie because I heard next year they not about to have Spider-Man, right? 2022. Yeah.
Nah.
I don't think there's any Spider-Man. I don't think it's any Spider-Man thing except it's going to show.
Marvel 2. They said he might be Captain Marvel 2, like as like a a little.
No, I'm saying like he's officially like Disney property, and he not.
Oh no.
They got Disney property. Good job.
That's what it is.
After that Billy they made globally, Sony ain't letting them go that easy.
Sony is probably they got a new deal for 3 more movies.
Yeah,
okay.
They wasn't going to do it at first, and then they came back and just said fuck it.
Sony.
Here's my thing. And see, here's my thing with the ending, spoilers or whatever. But I know he's supposed to go back to Sony and shit. But like, how are they gonna have a Sony verse or because like currently I guess it's called the
Venomverse
or whatever. But he's still Venom got. I mean, Tom Hardy got sent back to his universe, and Peter Parker. Our Peter Parker is still in his current universe. He didn't go nowhere. So it's going to be real wild how they kind of, you know what I'm saying, blend him within the Venom.
I think that they're gonna rely on Venom. They're gonna just let Tom Holland because technically he has the contract for both. If I'm not mistaken, they're literally sharing the Spider-Man property, so he can go back and forth. I think they'll if they really wanted to do that because they share their property. I don't think they'll just recast the Spider-Man just for Sony's sake. I don't think they'll do that.
I agree.
I don't think they'll do that. But
yeah, Spider-Man is mid as shit.
Spider-Man is mid as shit.
It's cool though, but it is mid. Understand it is just nostalgia shit for real. Everything that's great about the movie is mainly shit we've seen before. But
that's a fact.
Hey man, shout out to everybody man who stepped through this year, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm always Bluntz, man. We are talking everything, wrapping up the year. Me, Pat, Coops, Alf, Torian, live, man. Hoping everybody having a blessed going to the new year. Everybody get that good energy and shit. And we wishing well for everybody. But let's keep it moving, Mo. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. And Coons, you can start us off. To you, what is your favorite? Give us your favorite game of the year, and give us your most anticipated game for 2022.
My game
if you had one.
Year?
Yep. Your game of the year, favorite game to play, and then give us your most anticipated game for next year.
I didn't really purchase a lot of like new games this year. Like I did, but it wasn't a lot of like single player games, and I don't want to put a multiplayer game up. So I don't really know.
It don't matter. Whatever game.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I really don't. I guess the game I played the most consistently right now is probably Apex, and like, I'm trying to get into Cyberpunk, and I know that's old,
I'm
but
so sick of Apex, bro. I'm sorry, I had to get out of the way.
I mean, I fuck with it, bro. It's a cool little looter shooter.
I'm so sick of this battle royale shit. It's a battle royale game.
Yeah,
you said Apex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that game.
And my most anticipated for next year.
Yeah.
Shit. I think it's one game. I think it's coming out next year. It's called Forsaken.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
The Horizon Zero Dawn look tough. Well, not Zero Dawn, but that look tough.
Forbidden West. Yep.
What else is supposed to drop next year? It's a lot of games supposed to drop. The Justice, the Suicide Squad. It's a lot of games.
I think it's gonna be like a revamp for the game industry this year. I think they're gonna come out pretty hard.
I agree
personally, because this year was kind of a letdown. Torian, I don't think you play games. I'm not sure. What about you?
You're right. You're right. I'm not. I'm like the only person up here that don't like really be playing the games like that. But that doesn't mean I haven't like seen, the footage and everything and what I feel, sticks out to me. And what I did see that's coming out next year that I did like was that new Spider-Man game, the one where they're gonna have Peter Parker and Miles Morales in the same game. Yeah. Like that, that footage right there looks so. Yeah, it's coming. I think it's coming out. I think it's like almost a year from now, like about a year from now. Mm-hmm. And I saw that. I said that looks like that's going to be fire, because like the other Spider-Man games was good. So it's amazing that now Peter Parker had his game, Miles Morales had his game, and now they're putting them in the same game together. So I'm interested to see what that story is going to look like. I also like the Gotham Knights. Is that Gotham Knights?
Yeah.
Listen, the Arkham games have a special place in my heart. Like when I was, playing like the Batman games, like the Arkham games, those were some of my favorite games to play. Like I would stay all night playing those games. So when I see that, I just like all that comes back into my mind is those games right there, because I think it's made by the same companies, and it's just amazing to see those other characters get some shine, because you rarely would ever play with those characters, and to have all of them in the same game with each other, that's going to be dope. But I think those, from what I've seen, are the two games that I'm really looking forward to next year.
Okay. What about you, Alf?
Too busy to catch up with the newest games. I know the last time we were on, and anybody who's into old games, maybe Torian too, like I was telling them about, I copped this new console which basically plays different games. This is one of the games I've been playing. It's like it's for the Sega Genesis. It's Separation Anxiety, Spider-Man, Venom. 80.
That jump for the
My son plays the games. Yeah, for the Sega. I got another X-Men game for the Sega too. Just like Torian, I love all the. I'm looking forward to the Batman. Get an Arkham Knights, Gotham Knights game. I'm actually looking forward to that. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's already out though.
Is it?
Yeah, it all came out in October.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I have not touched that. I just got a bunch of games on my Xbox. I have not touched. I just be playing Call of Duty.
So I need to get that. I was thinking about picking back up Avengers, but I seen people.
Nah. Just go ahead.
Even with the Spider-Man DLC. Damn.
Don't even touch yourself up, bro.
I'm out of the loop.
It ain't it, bro.
It ain't it, bro.
You'll have fun for like 5 minutes and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Damn.
Just leave it alone.
I be too busy. I be too busy, so I'm out of the loop.
Don't feel bad. Hey, what about you, Pat? What's your game of the year? Your favorite game. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Favorite game of the year.
Yeah.
It definitely had to be for me just playing the Resident Evils. I've been playing that one. I'm about to buy the new one, the little village joint. So I was playing that. Let's see. What I finally started playing Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? Like I love all the Assassin's Creed. I feel like I played a lot of those this year.
You definitely played a bunch of those jumps.
Yeah, I played a lot of those this year. I love Vanguard. I like Call of Duty. I really fuck with Vanguard. Like I've been playing that joint a lot. What else have I been playing? I've been playing 2K. I'm a wild ass nigga. I just be on 2K buying the clothes for the nigga and just not playing.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Pap, I got a dub that 80 will.
You just fresh and just it's really bad. Like what? Oh, you should.
2K.
Oh, my clips on. Oh, nah. The 2K. I dog him. He'll never want to play 2K. He'll never want to play 2K again.
Oh, Lord, man.
But you know, I haven't even played Halo. I haven't played a lot of games. I feel like it's not that I haven't had the time, but then I always just jump game to games, and then I'm playing Gears of War 2. I'm just going game to game for real. But really, I know the consistent thing I've been playing is Call of Duty this year. So yeah, shout out to Call of Duty.
Oh, speaking
of
of
the game that you looking forward to,
my fault. I didn't cut you off. My fault. I didn't cut you off. Speaking of which, did y'all see? Anybody saw the trailer for the Halo? What y'all think?
For Halo, what? Infinite? Oh, you talking about the show?
Yeah, it's a Halo series on
I didn't see the trailer.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I heard about it. I just didn't see the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I'm not even going to invest in Paramount, so I wouldn't even watch.
Yeah, I ain't going to fake.
You better get that Fire Stick. You better get that Fire Stick and watch it on Cody, because that's exactly what I will be doing.
I am good. But yeah, Pat. What's your most anticipated game that you're looking forward to playing? I know you said
Gotham Knights.
Yeah,
of course, and the Justice League game. Like, I can't wait for that game. No bullshit. It reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, what I played so far is a good game, but every time I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy, I want to play them high. So that's why I don't like. I want to play it, really enjoy it, and not be like just playing in zombie mode. Yeah. So I haven't played it, but I am going to Twitch it though. I am going Twitch it and shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Guardians of the Galaxy because that's like the game I have not touched that I paid $60 for.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm gonna do my game of the year, favorite game of the year. For me, it was definitely Guardians of the Galaxy. For me,
that's your shit.
Yeah, the story, man. I was pleasantly surprised by Square Enix. They definitely made up for that debacle of fucking Avengers. They need to stick to single player games. Just a story. The
Avengers this year?
No, it came out last year.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So they definitely made up for that shit. I love Guardians of the Galaxy from start to finish. I was high shit too, Pat, playing that jump, and I was like, yo. Sometimes I kind of tone it down because like I really want to enjoy this shit. I enjoy Guardians from start to finish. Also, shout out Tales of Arise, Japanese RPG game. My game of the year personally because that was like something fresh that I never played before. And I just said fuck it on a whim, bought this jump. Definitely, I got 100% on that game. That and Guardians basically was the two games that that I fuck with the most this year. And my most anticipated game, I guess, for next year will also have to be what Kuhn said, Forspoken. That jump, Marvel's Midnight Suns, that's going to be great. If you don't know what that is, check that out, man. Marvel's Midnight Suns. If you like strategy games, that's going to be lit. This is kind of like the old Marvel's Capcom games. So definitely check that joint out. And God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West. Those gonna be the games.
God of War dropping next year.
Might be December because that's what my pre-order says. It says December, so yeah.
That shit gonna be fire.
It's gonna be a great year for Sony, baby. Look at all our exclusive. Oh, also Elden Ring. I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna take the challenge. Yeah, if y'all don't know about Elden Ring, man, I don't know if y'all play Dark Souls like games, but yeah, those games are like the hardest games to play, man. Them shits require like raids, like this shit make you break a TV type game. So I'm taking the challenge. I'm fucking with Elden Ring this year, so hopefully I don't fucking go insane playing that. But yeah, those are my most anticipated games. Most likely they'll all be bought on PS5.
They're gonna be playing on P4 and P3 and shit. Nobody got 5.
What you mean? They all single player games. Every game I just named
I got a P5.
Was a single player game, bro. Every game I just named, bro.
If you don't got it by now, you're just not gonna get one. You feel me?
Hey.
because them
That's
just
not
like
true,
$1,000 resale, which
Yeah,
you always
them-
can get with good old
them Cowboys.
XYZ.
Good,
They
man.
tripping with
But,
them.
hey, man, it's been a hell of a year from our Bluntz, man. You know, we've been rocking in this jump, man.
Facts.
You know, shout out to everybody that's been, you know, rocking with us the entire time. And we got about 10, 12 more minutes. So right now, what we're going to do is have the open floor. So Coons, Torian, Al, Pat, myself, anybody who want, you know, just shoot the shits. Talk about anything, sports, whatever.
One. Well, I got
Whatever.
one for you.
Yeah.
What are y'all most anticipated movies for next year?
Oh, that's the one I forgot. I got that right here too.
I'll
Good one.
I'll go. The last time we recorded, I talked a little bit about the Multiverse of Madness. How kind of nervous about that. I'm actually a little bit more intrigued after I seen an interview with Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever, and he was talking about how he said that his character, he was kind of nervous going into shooting because it was he felt like he didn't have enough to do in the movie because rumor is they're putting so much into the movie, not just America Chavez or
you mean like CGI wise?
No. I'm talking about bringing in characters.
Oh.
The rumor is that the Illuminati is supposed to show it. Is the Illuminati supposed to show?
I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping is going to happen.
To show up. Yeah. And they're supposed to be Mr. Fantastic is supposed to show up in another Marvel character. I mean, another X-Men character. So I was wrong about that. So, and if what he's saying is true, and normally when he talk, Tom Holland be on some bullshit, but normally when he say some shit, it's something to lend your ear to. So I'm getting them slowly.
It's probably on them reshoots that they did for the last 6 weeks.
Okay. For definitely me, man, it would have to be
Multiverse of Madness.
For me, it would have to be Morbius. It's been a long. I'm a big vampire type dude fan, whatever. I like vampirism and stuff. So it's been a long time since I've seen like a cool ass vampire movie, and just because
since Vampire in Brooklyn,
but I don't remember the last vampire movie I even seen, bro. Like in theaters or like streaming. So I'm really hyped for Morbius.
You watched Twilight?
No, I don't watch Twilight. I don't know. I'm not with all that shit. Like I'm not with that shit. Those are women shows, bro. I don't care nobody say those are women shows, bro. So Morbius. I wanted to say Uncharted as well because I feel like Tom Holland's gonna crush it, man. Like those scenes, those scenes. I'm telling y'all, bro. Those scenes are directly from the video game, bro. And having beat all those games, bro. That shit's gonna be lit. I trust Tom to get this junk done, and I hope Mark Wahlberg grows the mustache for the character that he's playing. Other than that, he look weird as shit. So,
well, for me, it's a couple. One is definitely Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I was so mad that this pandemic ruined it because we could have got that movie this year, but you know it is what it is. But I'm also looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I really enjoyed the first one, and I definitely have to give a shout out to Paramount for listening to the fans when they released that first trash-looking Sonic, and they went back to the drawing board and they fixed it, and they pushed their release date back. Like they probably had to dip into the budget that they didn't have. They probably had to pay out of pocket in order to fix that.
Hey, do you think? Hey, hold on. Do you think that was like a marketing thing? Like they knew they knew people was going to react to that bullshit.
Yeah, it was marketing.
I don't know, man. They looked pretty bad. I think they was actually going to go with that. I'm not going to hold it
because they try to like fix that shit kind of quick, bro.
Because probably called them game experts, and it's like, man, how is he supposed to look and play?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I remember it when they released the first look of the first Sonic movie with that trash looking Sonic. We got the original movie was supposed to come out in November, and they released that teaser in March or April. So when they got that reception, they could have easily said, "F that, we're gonna keep it the way it is." But they knew they wouldn't have made no money. So they went back and they fixed it. So I think what worked is the fact that one, the movie actually was really good, and it's very rare that you get a video game translates to movie that actually does well and follows the storyline well. And for once, the humans was not annoying. Like they actually fit well into the story, without getting in the way of the Sonic character. And then also because they went back and they fixed it. They actually, like I said, they moved their release date from November to February, which is a risky month to release a movie like that. And it still did very well. And that was like the last big movie that came out right before the pandemic hit, because I remember vividly, like 2 weeks later, we was in quarantine. So like they got that out there right immediately. But when I found out they were doing this movie right here, I said, I'm all in. Before I even knew what the story was, I already knew Tails was coming back. Yeah. But when they said Knuckles was coming and that Idris Elba was doing the voice, I said, I'm all in. And after seeing that trailer, I said, take my money now. Just take it now. Yeah. And
Knuckles look great, bro.
Yeah, I said Knuckles is about to fold that little blue fur ball into a paper ball and dunk him.
Like I'm ready for Shadow. I'm ready to see Shadow now. I ain't because they gotta be the trilogy. You gotta jump straight to Shadow. Yeah. That's the only thing.
But besides those two movies, I'm also looking forward to Black Adam.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, Black Adam 2 on my list. My bad. I forgot about Black Adam. Yes, looking forward to that. What about you, Coach? What about you, Pat?
I definitely would agree with y'all when y'all say Sonic 2, because like I seen the trailer twice already. Same trailer, but I was just like, yeah, I'm excited to see what they gonna do, man. Especially with Knuckles. I fucked with Jim Carrey's character. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with all the characters in that game. Like that's like a good little movie that that I feel like is gonna continue to be a good movie. They don't just try to do too much, no multiverse shit, all that shit. Marvel, like I said, I'm really boycotting Marvel. Y'all think I'm playing this year. I'm really, really gonna be focusing on DC this year, like what they dropping. I can't wait for Batman. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? I think Flashpoint might be coming out this year.
Yeah.
I want to see what they got going on, man, because they impressed me with, even though it was the deleted scene version, they got me last year. And I like some of the stuff they made. Only thing I didn't like was that weak ass Wonder Woman 84 shit. Like that shit was ass. Yeah. But Shazam was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to see Shazam too.
That's coming out in 2023.
Oh my god!
But speaking of Wonder Woman, it's been confirmed that she's going to be in that. I don't know what her role is going to be, but they said she's going to be in it.
The Rock's interest like shit. But that's all though. Everything. I'm not really excited for Doctor Strange. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Besides the wild ass timelines and changes of DC, they do have solid movies. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying?
DC do have solid movies.
They have solid movies, especially their animated stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, they have solid, and their movies are like more geared towards our age group. You know what I'm saying? That's why you look forward to. I agree with Pat, man. DC going. I think DC going to have a strong year.
They're gonna have a year. They're gonna have a
year.
This is going to be a big Marvel versus DC year. I'm calling it now.
Mm-hmm. Well, DC going to win, bro. Because that's what I'm anticipating next year.
Might be right.
Batman.
Might be right.
The Flash. I think Aquaman 2 is supposed to drop next year too.
I'm not seeing Aquaman 2 because that skank is in it. Amber turned her when I saw she was in that little clip. I told people I don't care how. Look, and I like Aquaman. I like the first Aquaman, but I said if she's in it in any capacity after what she did to jeopardize Johnny Depp's career, I said I can't support anything that she's in, and I'm mad because this movie, like based on that footage they showed at DC Fandom, looks like it's going to be better than the first one. And the first one was really good. I really enjoyed the first movie because I was wondering how they're going to do that underwater sequence stuff, and they pulled it off.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hey man, it's been a hell of a year for Monica Black, man. Shout out everybody who came through all the shows this year, man. Alf, Torian, Koontz, Mitch, August, John, Steph, Lex, Pat, Reve, everybody, that fuck with us in whatever capacity. So we appreciate, all the love, all the support. Shout out Pat, man, because he held it down this year. He did his thing, video after video after video.
Shout out to that future Oscar nomination.
Thing, man. Yeah, man. Shout out. Hey, honorable instinct nomination.
And Grammy.
Right, and the Grammy. Yeah. I mean, like, go for it. I mean, like, why stop there? Go for it.
Hey, talk your shit, Pat. Talk your shit, man.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man. Once again.
Addicts 3, like, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you to everybody who was rocking with Marvelous Blunts this year. We had a great year, man. Like, real talk. We just did a lot, man. We covered a lot. We covered endless shows. You know what I'm saying? We did every show. We had a fun time with everybody. Shout out to everybody that was pulling up and just kicking it with us, real talk, while we just talking about stuff we like, man. And appreciate everybody, Tone, Kuntz, Torian, Alpha, for being on this show right now. I'm lit, but we really do appreciate y'all. August, real talk, John, everybody who really pull up, man. Like, we're gonna cover Boba Fett. I'll do that. I'll cover the show.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
I said I'll cover that show. I didn't cover the Mandalorian, but I'll cover that show just because.
You need to.
But
I don't know nothing about
shout out to Tone, man, for hooking this show up, man. He did it.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be we're gonna see y'all in the new year, I think. So I think we'll see, but yeah, we're gonna keep it updated. But Torian, Kuntz, Alf, we got spills, last spills of 2021, last spills, good game. Everybody, go ahead, Torian, start us off real quick.
At first, I was about to say 2021, but then I forgot we still got a couple of days left. I'm already in 2022 already, but I'm glad that y'all was able to have this show tonight, especially since I had told y'all that I probably wouldn't be available tomorrow, which turns out now that I would be, because they ended up postponing tomorrow's game because of COVID. Yeah. So, but we would have never known that early on, but I'm glad that y'all was able to readjust it for this evening. I love coming through to your streams whenever I have the chance, just to get your perspective on different things. And one thing that I can say is that your takes on a lot of different things are very different from what I guess you can say is mainstream, which is a refresher, because it's like when you think of people who talk about mainstream stuff, it sounds like they're all reading from a script. Yeah. You know how like you have like news outlets and they all say the same thing. They may word it a little bit different, but it's the same thing. But with y'all, it's very different. And then like we all in the same area, so that makes it even better, because a lot of the people that talk about this stuff, a lot of them seem to be in enclaves, and most of it is in the West Coast. Yeah, so it's like, so like here we are in this area where it's, I guess you could say, a smaller market, and we're talking about this, and we don't, I guess you can say, we don't have the aesthetic, the look of the people who would traditionally talk about stuff like this. So it's like it's also changing the, I guess you could say, the imagery of this kind of discussion, which I also like.
Hey man, well, we appreciate you for always showing up, giving your vast opinion, even with the spoilers.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know you're not really compromised, because you'll give us a piece of
Oh my God. Listen, no more compromised than you, Mr. Manvers, and I'm gonna always hang that over your head.
Yeah, that's gonna be there forever. Well, I'll give you a spit, man. That's gonna be there forever.
Hey, as usual, you know what I'm saying? Like I just thank y'all again. I can't even, every time I come over here, I have fun. You know what I mean? I don't get to usually do this, anywhere else. So you know what I mean? I wish y'all success going into 2020. You know what I'm saying? With hopefully the brand gets bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with y'all heavy, and it's good to get close to y'all and talk on this shit. And just like Torian said, I've always said, like, this is even though it's mainstream and the movies are making millions and billions of dollars, it's still hard to find somebody to talk, you know what I'm saying? Just like with all culture, you know what I'm saying? We'll talk sports, we'll talk music, you know what I'm saying? But it's still good to argue this type of shit on this type of level. So congrats to y'all and much success going next year.
Thank you, Brody.
We appreciate you, man. Who else you, Coach?
Yeah, I just really want to double down what everybody was saying. Like, thanks to y'all, y'all created a platform to even do this, you know, week in, week out. I know it must be tiring watching some shit because I know it might feel like, damn, we about to put on this show. But I'm happy that y'all really just built a community, you know, niggas would come talk about different shit.
Yeah, facts.
You know. So yeah, thanks to y'all. Happy we made it close to 2022, you know, hope it's a better year. Keep ducking COVID.
Yeah.
Facts.
Also, one more thing I wanted to add that I forgot to add. I was so glad that this year I was able to finally meet y'all. You know, when we went to go see dinner. So I was able to finally meet y'all in person. And
we pretty cool people, I think.
Oh, most definitely. Like, and that's one thing I always say. I said, if I'm communicating with you online, I want to get that same personality in person. And that's exactly what I got in person. That's what I got in person, and then some. So you know, so that was very appreciative of that, of even having an invite of going to see that movie with y'all.
Yeah, man.
And just pick. I know we trying to get out of here, but definitely with Touring because what movie did we go see when I had met you for the first time, Tone? What was that?
I can't remember because I'm
go see King,
but I'm pretty sure
King Kong.
King Kong? Okay, King Kong, yeah.
Yeah, I think
so you know what I'm saying?
I had anxiety.
My birthday.
Yeah, I got to meet you for the first time and shit. So like he's definitely on to something like that. It's definitely cool to
No. Yeah, the
was
first
King Kong?
No. We met. The first time we ever met was the day we did the Avengers. The Marvel show where we talked about every phase. That was the first time.
Oh, that's right.
And that's when I first discovered y'all channel was on those videos. It's amazing how all this stuff just come full circle.
Hey, that's hey.
And I put it out there in the universe because I said when I'm listening to them, I said they sound like they from the area, but I don't want to jump the gun. And then when I heard you say DC. Then I said, "Oh, bet." So that's when I started leaving comments, and then that's when I said I want to do a collab with y'all. And then y'all just brought me on to the show and everything like that. And I said, one day I'm gonna meet them in person. And that one day came back in October. And the rest is history.
I know I can speak for the whole Marvel Bluntz. Like, yeah, man, like for real, like this shit lit, man. Like I'm glad that y'all. Those are some great words to hear.
Nah,
for me,
y'all definitely got me in my feels.
Yeah.
Like I really.
He about to go get the handkerchief. Y'all let him get.
I'm about to go get the. I gotta get the lighter, man.
He about to cry some real.
I said now. I gotta get the lighter for my dog.
For real, because to be honest with y'all, like I had a conversation with Pat, man. I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this anymore.
It's real
down. It's real down. But honestly, these past 2 weeks, I think I'm gonna continue doing it because I just got.
I'm glad y'all are because there's a lot of content with all the content that's coming out next year. Like I said, it's gonna be a big DC versus Marvel year. Y'all gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about, like to the point where y'all gonna be tired of coming on here, but you're not gonna be tired. Yeah. That's how it is. It's almost like getting a high off of it. And like once you fall, I guess you could say once you fall in love with it, then that's when you know you're in.
Yeah. And we gonna I know I see for myself, I'm gonna definitely step my shit up and keep this show rocking, man, because Pep definitely held this shit down this year, man. It was a lot. So shout out to Pep, man. He rocked this jump, like for real. So I'm just giving credit where credit is due. Don't even this was his shit this year.
We gonna have something for y'all 2022. Know that for fact.
Yeah. Please keep going.
Yeah, so go ahead, Pat. Get us out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Like, comment, and subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz, man. Shout out to August. We gonna actually talk about Marvel that he just actually brought that up. So we'll definitely check that out. Do a show for that. So Coons Touring and Alf, y'all having to check that out. We can go a different lane. I don't think we've ever covered nothing Star Wars ever.
If y'all gonna do Boba Fett, I would highly suggest that you watch Mandalorian, especially the second season, because that's where his character gets introduced.
See, but the thing is, I'm hit the Boba Fett because of the movie, so I know who he is.
I'm
I
telling you, I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm not even steering you in the wrong direction. Like, really go, like, watch the second season of The Mandalorian.
First season, I was like,
Yeah.
The first season was good. The first season was good too, but I think you'll really like the second season. I don't want to spoil anything, but for the fact that if you're going to talk about Boba Fett, his arc is connected to the second season, so I don't want you to be lost or anything like that.
His son was his father was in the prequels.
Yeah, Jango Fett. Yeah, in the Attack of the Clones. Jango Fett. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely could do that. But nah, man, shout out everybody for rocking with us, man. We definitely gonna keep it rocking and rolling, man. And yeah, man, it's Marvelous Bluntz, man.
Marvelous Bluntz, man. Peace.